more, Mitch?
Go for it.
Well, if you like drama and you can't get onto Desperate Housewives, then we've got an if game for you here at the 2021 Autumn Classic in San Diego. He's Mitch Barnes, I'm Roman Jimenez, and the batter is Golub, and he has taken a couple of balls now. And we've got a full count. Takes ball 4.
What did he do to you, Cam? No love, Frank, no love.
So if you were watching the earlier game and you see a different umpire behind home plate, that's Alan Crone. And Avila takes the ball as Robert Zuniga now heads out to the base to be the base umpire. Avila sends a little shot over into shallow left field. Golub will get over to second. Runners at first and second. Nobody out.
Thank you.
That'll bring up Mora. There's a long fly ball. Right center field. That's going to get caught. Golub is going to tag up and get over to third. As the ball gets into second base, Avila has no opportunity to advance. It is F9 for out number 1. That'll bring up Adwan, who has speed. And if you've been following along in the broadcast, you've heard me mention players like Dylan Arsenault and others with lots of speed. That is the caliber of speed that Adwan has. Hits a ground ball to third base, rather. Not fielded cleanly, so no chance to get him. Golub scores the first run as the Crushers draw first blood here in the if game of the C final at the 2021 Autumn Classic. That'll bring up the younger Hayes, the Brandon variety. Ground ball, shortstop. Not where you want to go if you're trying to get on. He fires over to Dr. J, covering second base. So Adwan is erased for out number 2 as Hayes hits into the fielder's choice. He'll be safe at first. Avila will advance over to third. Coppola now comes up. Two down, runners at the corner. Coppola comes up with a nice little single up and over the head of the shortstop. Nothing you can do about that. And run number 2 comes in. That's Avila. As Hayes will scoot over to second base. Coppola safe aboard on the RBI 2-out single. And that's a good piece of hitting for the left fielder. Ground ball, shortstop. Again, not where you want to go as Dr. J covers second base for out number 3 as Coppola is erased. Just in the scorebook, not from life or anything. He's a cool dude. But out number 3 is recorded nonetheless. However, Crushers do put 2 across. Now we'll see how Pegasus answers. Forced to an if game. Will Pegasus rise up and fly away? You get it? Anybody? Bueller? Promise. That was funny. If any of you have read a book, you'll get it. Or watch Class of the Titans. Or Jason and the Argonauts.
Those are classics.
They are classics. I didn't watch Wrath of the Titans. Did you watch Wrath of the Titans?
They all kind of blur together. Is that the new one?
That was the new one, yeah. I didn't see it.
I did.
And that's the end of it.
Yeah,
I'm getting an iffy. Wrath of the Titans was maybe not as good as the old stop animation Clash of the Titans. That was the new one that they made. The Wrath of the Titans. Those of us who are of a certain age remember Clash of the Titans. And all right, we're heading into the bottom of the first inning here. It's Mario who's had a red-hot bat. And he smokes one. Deep left field. That ball is going to go to the warning track and get caught by Coppola, who did an excellent job of running on his horse and then turning around just to catch the ball in the right time. Well done by Coppola. As Johnny did everything, or as Mario did everything he could with that, just couldn't get a hit out of it. This defense for these Crushers is no joke. Here in the C division of the Autumn Classic, I'm going to bring up Dr. J. Takes a ball. That's one way around the defense, is to let him walk you. And Dr. J has about as good of an eye as there is. So Danny will come up now with 1 out, 1 on. Strike on the outside corner, says home plate umpire Alan Crone. There's a ground ball into the 5.5 hole. Shortstop can't get this one. As Danny is aboard safely on the infield single. That'll bring up Tim. Really can hit to all fields, has all kinds of power. Tim Deke of San Diego, a pickup player for this Long Beach Pegasus team. Brett Hayes comes set. Here's the pitch. And Deke skies one to shallow right to left center field, and that's going to drop. Shortstop's there to cover, fires a strike in. However, it is offline for Brasino. The third baseman can't get to it. Dr. J is going to be safe at third. Danny will be safe at second, and Tim with the gift. Rare misplay by the left center fielder is going to be safe at first. So bases loaded, nobody out. No runs yet for the Pegasus team, but here comes an RBI machine and Derek Flores. 1 out. Called strike. Derek didn't like it. Liked the call, just didn't like the pitch. Goes after that one. Sends a ground ball shortstop. Ups over to second base. Will it be enough? No. He will be safe at first, but a run scores. That's 1 run for Pegasus. Danny will get to third. Tim will be erased at first on the fielder's choice by Derek, who is safe at first. 2 outs now. 2 on at the corners for Frank. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, second base. Bobbles it, does Hayes, but he fires it over to second base on the little backhanded flip, and the out is recorded there. That is Flores officially on the fielder's choice for out number 3. But 1 run of those 2 comes back for Pegasus, so it is 2-1 as we head into the top of the second inning. Crushers 2, Pegasus 1, top of 2. And this is a good opportunity to tell you about a good friend of ours who is sponsoring today's broadcast, my friend Dr. Samuel H. Wood at Gen 5 Fertility. You see, when queer parents want to build their families, finding a doctor who will listen is tough. Well, I promise you, you have a friend at Gen 5 Fertility. I know Dr. Wood. I've worked side by side with him for 10 years, and in that time, I've seen how he doesn't just welcome queer parents, he celebrates them. I know personally dozens of queer families that he and his outstanding team have helped build. Whether you're gay, lesbian, bisexual, or trans, wherever you fit in this fabulous rainbow of ours, Dr. Wood and his team at Gen 5 Fertility want to help you build your family. Visit them today at gen5fertility.com. Click on the Family Pride tab to learn more. That's gen5fertility.com. Tell them Roman sent you. And as Brasino is wont to do, he flies a foul ball to left field and now sends one into shallow right center field. And that's going to drop into the glove. For out number 1. Out number 9. F9 for out number 1. We're awfully glad that Dr. Wood and his team have sponsored today's broadcast for Cloud Sports Network here at the Autumn Classic. Ground ball to shortstop. That play is going to go 6-3 for out number 2. That'll bring up the elder Hayes, Brett Hayes, the pitcher. It's always nice when you can recommend a friend, someone you know and have worked with for as many years as I have. And when I say work with, I don't just mean here on broadcast. I mean, I've actually worked in the office. I worked for Dr. Wood for a long time, and I'm proud to have done that. And so here's another ground ball over to first base, and that's it. The easiest of innings, 1, 2, 3. For the Crushers, they go down 1, 2, 3 in order. So we're going to head to the bottom of the second inning now. For Pegasus, it'll be Johnny Ryan James as we head into the bottom of the second inning. We're at the 2021 Autumn Classic in San Diego at the Poway Sportsplex. It's been a beautiful weekend. Started off with a little bit of rain on Friday. Late Thursday night, early Friday morning, that kind of wiped out a one-day Masters tournament that was expected to be here. Unfortunately, the weather had other ideas. But the rain did help keep the fields nice and moist, so we've had nothing but perfect fields all weekend long at all 4 complexes that this tournament is played at. So it's been a dream of a weekend. As Johnny steps in, trying to make that dream a reality for Pegasus. They're trying to take home that C Division trophy. And Mitch, I think, I could be wrong, but I think in the 3 years that we have been broadcasting the C Division finals at the Autumn Classic, as Johnny steps into one and sends it over into left field, I think this is the 3rd year in a row that we've gone to an if game in the C Division Championship.
I think so too.
Here comes Jan, otherwise known as Ryan to his parents. Fly ball, left field. The left center fielder had to keep backing up. Eventually makes the catch. So Ryan is out, recorded F8 for out number 1, but Johnny's able to tag up because the left center fielder kept backing up. That'll bring up James. So Johnny is the tying run here so far. Ground ball, past the glove of the shortstop. Johnny gets the 3rd. James is aboard with a single. That'll bring up Luke. Bottom of the order. And then we flip to Mario. Takes the ball deep that bounces off the top of the head of home plate umpire Alan Crone.
Just the if game?
2 on, runners at the corner, 1 out as Luke fouls that one away. And we have 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yes, we're mad at you.
Takes the ball deep, full count now. Close pitch. Good eye by Luke. And that one's less close. That's ball 4, yes. You can take your base now, Luke. You're good. 1-1 count now. So that'll load the bases. Johnny's at 3rd, James at 2nd. Luke is aboard, and that'll load the bases up for Mario, the leadoff batter. He flew out in the 1st. Now here in the 2nd, see what he does. Line shot up the middle. That will score at least 2. In comes Johnny. James will round third and score. And for the first time in this championship matchup, Pegasus is taking the lead with run score number 2 and 3. It is a 3-2 ball game in the bottom of the second inning. Luke is at second. Mario's aboard with a 2 RBI single. Dr. J takes outside. Runners at the corner, still 1 out. Ball 3 to Dr. J. That's Jared Szymanski. Takes a strike on the outside now, no doubt about that one. But had thrown 2 non-competitive pitches in a row, so you kind of just lay off of that. Takes a walk there. That'll load the bases again. Mario gets pushed over to second, Luke over to third, with Jared over at first. Tim will come in now from third base to coach because he's coming up here in just a second. He's in the on-deck circle. So Danny steps into the box now. 1 out, bases loaded for Pegasus. There's a fly ball left field. That ball's going to eventually come down into Coppola's glove. And Luke will score run number 4. Mario tagged up from second and headed over to third. Jared tagged up from first and headed over to second. And that's kind of one of those, do you catch that foul ball or do you let it go? I guess you get the out when you can. Tim fouls that one at the plate, strike number 2. Lays off of that one. Brett kind of come in, trying to jam him, trying to get Tim to fish. He's a little more experienced than that. And throws the ball on the plate. So now full count. And you don't want any piece of the on-deck batter. And Tim skies one into shallow center field. That's going into no man's land. Not even the shortstop can get that one. That's going to score 2 with 2 outs running on crack of the bat. And runs 5 and 6 come around to score for Pegasus. So Tim with an RBI, 2 RBI single. Kind of got underneath it, but hit it into the Bermuda Triangle over there. So Derek comes up with a runner at first base, but they have changed that runner for Luke, so a pinch runner for Tim. Courtesy runner is Luke. And with Derek at the plate and Luke's speed, well, that's a runner in scoring position, basically. Luke is going to stay at first base, though. Derek gets to first and is going to hold there. That'll bring up Frank.
Watch the line.
First and second, runners waiting for Frank here with 2 outs. They'll be going crack of the bat. Pegasus is taking a 6-2 lead, trying to add on to that. Here's the pitch now, and it's another ball inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. And popped up in the infield. That'll be out number 3. But 4 runs have come across, 5 runs have come across to make it 6-2 as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. It's Pegasus 6, Crushers 2 here on the Cloud Sports Network at the Autumn Classic in San Diego. This tournament doesn't happen without a host of effort and a whole lot of volunteers, so a big shout out to the Volunteer Board of Directors, headed, of course, by the fearless leaders, Jessica Sika, who is the Women's Plus Tournament Director and the AFCSL Women's Plus Commissioner, and her right hand, Sarah Sika, and the rest of her team, Shelley Breermeyer, Veronica, and the volunteer staff that have helped put the women's tournament side together, and, of course, Joel Tremblay, who is the Open Commissioner and the Open Tournament Director. And Treasurer, Joel Lillegraven, Secretary Douglas Hoteling, along with Rick Nafis, ground ball shortstop. And the ball hits the ground, so Burnett's going to be safe at first. Rick Nafis is the player ops director. He's the one kind of responsible for ratings, and he kind of helped run the Masters tournament that almost was. David Carlos, Lee Lozano Ogier, who is our social media manager, website, events. Oh, and a rare miss by Mario, who wasn't able to come up with it. So now runners at first and second. Nobody out. And the group of fabulous non-board volunteers like Connor Maddox and Efren and Corey, who all helped, and all over the other complexes who helped put this thing together. That ball is trailing foul, and another ball goes out of play. Keep in mind, folks, this is a non-profit organization, and balls are expensive.
Order number 317, Burger 317.
Right, you got this.
Ball there to Childs. So 2 on, nobody out. And there's a fly ball to right field that's going to drop in front, and the bases will be loaded. So this is what kind of makes that Crushers team so very lethal. They'll give up a couple of runs, but then they just want those right back, and they will keep coming for them. And in the person of Adwan now. That'll be Golub scoring
Way to be on it, Ryan.
on the fly ball. I think I was calling him Burnett and Bersani. I don't know what I was doing, but that was Golub coming in to score. That is run number 3. Avila will stay at second. Moore is at first. Adwan out number 1. That'll bring up Brandon Hayes now. Takes a ball. High fly ball. Near the warning track, the right center fielder says, that ball is mine, get out my way. And into second base comes the ball for out number 2. Avila is able to tag up because the ball was hit to Temecula. Mora will stay put at first. And that'll bring up Coppola with an RBI opportunity. With 2 down. But the ground ball to the pitcher, and they're going to just shovel it over there to Dr. J, who doesn't make the play because of the bobble. Run scores. Run number 4. We'll update the score bug in a second. And everybody's going to advance 70 feet and be safe. So Coppola will be safe. Mora is going to be safe at second base. A rare miscue by Dr. J. Usually those basketball hands of his are a little more sure. 4 runs in now. There's a ground ball to the pitcher who fields it cleanly and fires over to first this time. So out number 3 is recorded, but the Crushers put 2 up, so it is now 6-4. Pegasus 6, Crushers 4 as we head into the bottom of the 3rd inning. We want to say a big hello to the rest of our Cloud Sports family who is watching from home. Rich Siegel, Roz Bug, Tyler Forrester, Lance Turner, Joel Tremblay. We miss you. We wish you were here. Bottom of the 3rd, it is Crushers with the lead, 6-4. Tight ball game here at the C Championship. If game, Autumn Classic. That's Johnny batting from the left side. Frank batting from the left side. No, Johnny, I was right. I'm a liar.
Gotta be, guys.
I was wrong. It's Johnny, number 30. I don't know where my head is. It's been Johnny all day. Still Johnny. Johnny goes the opposite way to Brasinio, who fires it on a one-hop over. And with the safe call is Zuniga, as Johnny was able to leg that out. Hustling out of the box.
David, Joey.
That'll bring up Ryan with one on and nobody out as he pops it up to the shortstop. He lets the ball bounce, however, for an out there. They're asking for the infield fly rule. That's not really applicable with the runner only at first base. So now the umpires are going to go and have a chat. So what happened was, the shortstop had an opportunity to catch the ball, opted against it, and instead fielded it on a one-hop. Let the ball bounce, cleanly went into his glove, sauntered over to second base for the out, and then fired it over to second for the, fired it over to first for the out. They are going to let that call at first stand. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. They called it infield fly. I see. There's a fly ball. Foul ball. So whatever the situation was, what we have is an out, and only one out. And what we have now is a runner at first base. James is the batter from the right side. One out, one on. And he sends that one into left center field. And a shoestring catch will send Johnny back over to first base. James is out. On the play that goes Effie. That'll bring up Luke, the bottom of the order. He's been pretty hot with the stick. The veteran player steps into the batter's box now. Two out, one on. Here's the pitch. Little duck snort out to shortstop, and that's out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning. Well, a 1 and then a 1-2-3 inning. I'm as confused as you are, but the long and short of it is the Pegasus team is still up by 2. The Crushers trailing by 2. It is 6-4 as we go into the top of the 4th. You heard it here first. A little over 25 minutes left to play in this final C championship game. This is the if game. Long Beach v. Long Beach. Top 3 teams finishing at the Autumn Classic are Long Beach teams. The Long Beach Wrecking Balls were eliminated by the Long Beach Crushers. And they now face the Pegasus team as Persino flies out. F7, one out. Going to bring up Childs, and he'll be followed by the Elder Hayes.
All right, come on, Wayne.
Oh, and Szymanski makes a great stop there. Drops down to a knee. A couple of these players, Szymanski and Tim Deek, over there at first base, the San Diego connection for this Pegasus team from Long Beach. Both of them played on OMG here in San Diego with the C Division champions who've headed off to Columbus just this past August, September for the Naga World Series. The Gay Softball World Series there in Columbus, hosted beautifully by the Columbus Host Committee and the Naga Board of Directors, Board of Officers. Beautiful tournament there. Ground ball, third base. He's got time to throw it over there, does Luke, and he does. Out number 3. So a 1-2-3 inning. 5-3 for out number 3. We head into the bottom of the 4th. Pegasus still ahead, 6-4. See if they can add on to that when they step into the batter's box. And when they do, it'll be the top of the order. Mario, Jared, Danny. Had this game not gone into an if game, we were going to bring you the B Division Championship. But it did, so we didn't. I'd just like to tell you what you missed. Have I mentioned that Texas A&M Alabama game yet? Shout out to Ronnie Joseph and all of my other A&M alum fans who are Cloud Sports Network and Autumn Classic fans. Ronnie, glad you're still here. Glad you're watching. All right, Mario steps into the batter's box now, trying to pad that lead now. Fouls one out. That one at least stayed inside the ballpark, so we don't have to pay an extra $3. That one falls in front of the plate. The veteran pitcher trying to get him to go fishing, but Mario didn't bring his license. Lines the shot up the middle, has a license for a base, though, and he takes it. Takes the turn at first, but the shortstop heads back to first base, and he'll stop there. 2 for 3 in the game so far is Mario, and that'll bring up Dr. J. He of the San Diego OMG. That's how these tournaments work. Players will fill in spots as pickup players for teams that have players who can't make the trip. And if you're going to pick up a pickup, Dr. J is a pretty good pickup to pick up as a pickup. He's like a Toyota Tacoma. Not really a pickup for this Pegasus team, now that I think about it, because he is playing with them in the fall, as he lives about 10 minutes away from where they play. Takes a strike there.
All right, gotta be.
At Boyce Rank Park there in Buena Park. Ground ball up the middle. Mario's going to think about going to third, but he scampers back to second. Scamper is an underused word, but appropriate there. I'll bring up Danny now. Runners at first and second, nobody out as Mario led off that inning. Danny Tim Derrick. Ground ball, third base. Fair ball. Brasino taps the bag, and that is out number 1. That is Mario erased there on the fielder's choice that goes 5 unassisted for out number 1. That'll bring up Tim Deek. He also of the OMG team in San Diego, playing first base for this Pegasus team, and he comes up with a shot over the head of the left center fielder. Dr. J will round third and head home. That's going to be followed by Danny, who is going to round third and come home. Tim will scamper all the way into third base. And that is run number 7. And run number 8. Scoring for Pegasus. The importance of those runs at this point in the ball game that doubles the lead is hard to overstate, especially now with the RBI machine and Derek Flores up at the plate and another run just 70 feet away. Pegasus took control of this game in the second inning, and they have not rested. Called strike on the inside corner. We'll see if Flores pulls here. Goes after it. Hits to the shortstop. Not where you want to throw. But the run scores because all Derek Flores needed to do was put that ball in play, and Tim Deke was going to score from third, and he did. So run number 9 comes in as Flores is erased 6-3 for out number 2. That'll bring up Frank.
Come on, Daddy.
Strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes here in the C Division final. Inside. And Frank comes up with a single in the left field. Coppola's going to come up with that and fire it into second to keep him at first, but a good piece of hitting by Frank, and that'll bring up Johnny, who's still Johnny.
Left side.
From the left side, 1 on, 2 outs. Comes inside, brushes him back. Strike called, full count now. Fastball, changeup, curveball. Now he's seen the whole repertoire. Takes the ball outside for the walk. Slider missed outside. That'll push Frank over to second as Johnny earns the walk, and that'll bring up Ryan. And they're going to run now. They're going to bring in Mario to run for Frank. He is the... And a ground ball. First base fielded it cleanly and just sauntered over to first base for the out. Fielder's choice. Play goes 3 unassisted for out number 3. But the score has increased for Pegasus here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It is now 9-4 here in the C Division Championship as we head to the top of the 5th. Crushers chasing 5 at the San Diego Autumn Classic 2021 edition. 17 minutes left. 9-5. 9-4. Sorry, I don't know why I said 5. Chasing 5. That's where the 5 hit my head. Well, hit my head. That's probably the most accurate thing I said in a while. Rich Siegel, where the hell are you? This is why we have you doing this most of the time. I mean, I'm adorable and all, but... Got to give a shout out to my good friend Mitch and business partner who got here at, I don't know, 5 o'clock this morning to set up all the equipment all by his onesies. Normally I'm here to pretend that I'm helping. Oh, line drive right back to the pitcher. Hot shot, and the pitcher wins the battle. LD1. Sit down, young man. Avila steps into the batter's box. There's a fly ball left side. Coppola tries to make the catch, does not. So Avila will live to swing again. It's one of the great things about wearing that pitcher's mask. With those balls in this division coming at you harder than ever before, having that pitcher's mask as an extra level of protection, you see how hot that ball can come back up the middle. Wasn't a factor there because he had the glove on, but my goodness, you can see why so many pitchers are and should be, as another one goes back to the pitcher for out number 2. Play goes 1-3 for out number 2. See now why so many pitchers are wearing that mask. Safety first. In the immortal words. And another one. Back 1-3 again. We're heading into the bottom of the 5th. It's still Pegasus. 9-4. All three of those balls went right back to the pitcher. Line drive, and then bouncer, bouncer. And again, it's just another call out for that safety equipment. This tournament actually provides a mask in the umpire's bag, so if any pitcher forgets theirs or chooses to wear one and doesn't have one, they have that available to them. It's sanitized. They can wipe it down again for them. But in the immortal words of Julia Roberts, be a safety girl. Safety first. 9-5, 9-4. I keep trying to say 5. They're chasing 5. As we head into the bottom of the 5th inning, it's James and then Luke. Sun not really a factor on this Coors Field. At this time of year, the sun is kind of way off into the left field foul territory. So even if the pitch is on the inside for that right-handed batter, the sun isn't going to be a problem. The only issue it might be is for that first baseman trying to field the ball from the third baseman if it's a particularly high throw. But if that ball stays low, the first baseman has a pretty good shot at it. And James flies out to that third baseman. F5. For out number 1, that's Luke then, now coming up. Speaking of third baseman. And Luke tries to serve one up over to the right side, but it is just foul. One of the things that's always cracked me up in softball is in the 25 years that I played, 27 years that I played, is anytime someone hits a foul ball over to the right field, someone always says, good idea. It's like it's a requirement. Ground ball back over to Hayes, who fouls it over to first base, and that's out number 2. It just strikes me odd because it always seems like it would have been a better idea to hit it fair. But good idea as opposed to better idea. I guess it's all about growth and encouragement. But 27 years later, it's still a good idea. And Mario hits a shot into right center field, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Pegasus. We head into the top of the 6th now. Crusher still chasing 5. This is the championship game, the final championship game of the San Diego Autumn Classic 2021 edition. Pegasus, Crushers. So just to give you a sense of how this bracket turned out, the Crushers were, as the number 5 seed, played at 2:30 yesterday, won that game, then lost against the Stingers at 3:30. That put them in a 9 a.m. game here in Poway this morning. They played at 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, and 2. They have played all of those games straight using more or less the same lineup. They might be a little gassed. Foul ball. It continues to roll. And Adwan will live to swing another day. So the Crushers this morning beat the Big Gals, then the Scorpions, then UFO, and then, as you saw, the Stingers. Ground ball, third base. Up with it on the one hop, fires over to third, but Tim Deek unable to field it cleanly. Bobbled it on the one hopper, so Adwan will be safe. That'll bring up Brandon Hayes, the second baseman. Takes a pitch on the outside. One on, nobody out. Hayes skies one into right center field. Ball gets away from the right center fielder. And Adwan is able to scamper over to third base. Hayes is safe at first by the rare miscue by the outfield, and that'll bring up Coppola. So is that the opening that the Stingers needed to play a couple runs and cut this lead in half? Or more. Nobody out, runners at the corners. Coppola, good hitter up at the plate. He serves a little single that'll be an RBI for Adwan, and that's run number 5. And over to third goes Hayes, and Coppola's aboard with an RBI single. It is now Crushers 5, Pegasus 9. I'll tell you the path that Pegasus has taken to get here in a second. Ground ball, shortstop. Mario's up with it. Fires a shot to second base for the out. One is recorded. Brunette gets to first. But run number 6 comes in. This is a 3-run ball game. Crusher 6, Pegasus 9. Brunette gets to second on the single by Brasino, who oddly hit it over to the right side. Doth my eyes deceive me? Or has he decided that there's another half of this field? Childs now comes in with 2 on and 1 out. Takes a ball deep. There's a foul ball. So Crushers started off, or Pegasus started off as the number 1 seed in the tournament. They beat Mamba, and then Stingers, and then the Wrecking Balls. Line drive, right back to the pitcher. That's out number 2. Looked around to try to find another play to make it, but there wasn't one available to him. So that's out number 2 on the play that goes 1 unassisted. That'll bring up the elder Hayes. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out to the pitcher, grounded out to the third baseman. Goes foul ball there. That put the Pegasus team into the winners, into the championship. And of course, the Crushers took the first game. And now they are currently, Pegasus is, in the lead here in the second game. But with the tying run in the batter's box, a little flare out to third base, but a nice play by the third baseman to come over and get it. We're headed into the bottom of the 6th inning. Just about 8 minutes left to go. Is that 8 or 6? Somebody's going to tell me. 6 minutes left. So 5 unassisted on out number 3. We're 6 minutes away. Now, it is worth noting, again, neither team has hit a home run over the fence. Both of them have an opportunity to do that. And when we come back to the Crushers as we go to the 7th inning, if the Pegasus team does not bat for 6 minutes, and based on the last 2 innings, that seems unlikely. If they do not bat for the next 6 minutes, the Crushers will come up with the top of the order. Crushers with 6, Pegasus with 9. Strike called on Dr. J. Ground ball. Dr. J will be aboard. With a single. That'll bring up Danny. With nobody out and 1 on. Danny comes up with a single up the middle. That's going to be... Oh, no! It was almost caught and then dropped Meanwhile, Dr. J overruns second, thinking that he's ticketed for third, and is able to get back to second just in time. So the net result is runners at first and second on a dropped ball by the right center fielder, but now the hot-hitting Tim Deke is out. Ground ball, third base. Brasino's up with it. Steps on third and is going to be settled with one out. That erases Jared on the fielder's choice as the play goes 5 unassisted. So one out. Runners at first and second still. That'll bring up Flores. That's Danny at second, Tim at first. Here's the pitch. Derek lets that one go. I was holding it, unless you want it. Here's the pitch to Derek. He likes that ball down the right side, and he goes that way, but it is just foul. So now with 2 strikes and 2 balls. 2 on. Flores gets underneath that one, sends it to deep right field. Has got the right fielder kind of turned around, but he does able to recover. That will move Danny over to third and Tim over to second. So now an RBI opportunity for Frank. The importance, they're going to bring in Mario to run for Tim. The importance of those 2 runs, it is nearly impossible to overstate. 2 minutes left. Little flare, right field, shallow. Is it going to drop? It will. In will come both of those runs as they are running on contact. Runs number 10 and 11 score for Pegasus here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now we've got 2 things going for us. 2 minutes to go for Pegasus as they send up the lefty Johnny. And they've got a 5-run lead back. Those 2 runs, so important for Pegasus if they want to take home this trophy. Fly ball, shallow left center field. That's going to fall into the glove, and we're going to go to the 7th inning. Top of 7, clock don't count no more. Out number 3 is recorded. Well, folks, this is it. Pegasus trailing, Crushers trailing by 5. It is Pegasus 11, Crushers 6. We got ourselves a ball game. The Crushers have demonstrated their ability to score more than 5 in an inning, that is for sure. The 7th inning, Autumn Classic 2021. The Crushers are having a little huddle. They want to motivate, aggregate, conversate before they execute. Folks, I can tell you, in this particular tournament, I have been in both positions before, holding a lead in the championship and chasing a lead in the championship. In this moment, you just want to calm your players down, remind them of the things that got them there, and have them execute. Ground ball, first base, out number 1. 2 outs away now is Pegasus from taking home this trophy. Avila now 2 for 3. Singleton scored in the first. Singleton scored in the third. Grounded out to pitcher in the third. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Goes down to his knees, a la GSL, and doesn't come up with it. Fly ball. out. Foul ball. Tim decided that was physics was gonna take care of that out. He didn't need to. 2 outs. 1 away. Mora. 2 for 3, or 1 for 3. Flew out to right center. Singled, got to second base in the 3rd. And in the 5th, grounded back to the pitcher. Line drive off the glove of D. Seismansky comes up with it. Gets it over to second base, and on the out call is Robert Zuniga. Base umpire, out call. And that's it. Pegasus has won the championship here at the 2021 Autumn Classic. They take home the hardware. No slouch, though, are these Crushers, as they will end the day with a second-place trophy. Coming all the way back from the second round of the loser bracket to come back through and win it and to force an if game. They played more softball than any other team in the C Division to get here to this game and to put a good run together. So good job and congratulations to the Crushers, who've had a heck of a long day. And as they take home the second place trophy, and congratulations to your 2021 Autumn Classic C Division champions, the Long Beach Pegasus. And again, this game brought to you by Dr. Wood and Gen 5 Fertility. Just one more time to remind you that my good friends at Gen 5 Fertility, when you need a friend and you're a queer family wanting to build your family, finding a doctor can be really tough. But my friend is your friend. I know Dr. Wood. I've worked side by side with him for 10 years. And in that time, I've seen how he doesn't just welcome queer parents, he celebrates them. Whether you're gay, lesbian, bisexual, or trans, wherever you fit in our fabulous rainbow, I promise you Dr. Wood and his team at Gen 5 Fertility want to help you build your family. Visit them today at gen5fertility.com and click on the Family Pride tab to learn more. That's gen5fertility.com. And tell them Roman sent you. We'll let you watch the trophy presentation here as the second place trophy is awarded. But we want to thank Dr. Wood and Gen 5 for sponsoring today's broadcast. And of course, we want to give a big shout out to all of the volunteers and the directors who have helped make the Autumn Classic Tournament a success for 2021. Congratulations to the third place team, the Long Beach Wrecking Balls, the second place team, the Long Beach Crushers, and the first place team, the Long Beach Pegasus. Enjoy the trophy presentation. For Mitch Barnes, I'm Roman Jimenez. We'll see you next year from San Diego.
Good job, Crushers. Can I take the puppy? Puppy is MVP.
Can you get the first base camera?
Sure, it's not a crime problem.
Get up in front.
I think I should have seen it. Thank you for coming. I got a lot of great games. Why not? See ya.